Welcome back to the channel USA Coins 69, coin lovers and history enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most iconic coins in American numismatics, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar. What might seem like a common piece of pocket change actually holds a fascinating past and some surprising value that many collectors and casual holders might never suspect. The Kennedy half-dollar has a rich legacy, introduced just months after President John F. Kennedy's tragic assassination in 1963. It was created not only as a tribute to a beloved leader but as a symbol of hope and resilience for a nation in mourning. Designed by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparro, this coin features the dignified profile of JFK on the obverse and the classic presidential seal on the reverse. Over the years, the Kennedy half-dollar became a staple in American currency, widely used but also eagerly collected. By 1972, the coin had been in circulation for nearly a decade, but it was no ordinary year. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, each with its own story and production volume. The Philadelphia and Denver mints primarily produced coins for circulation, while San Francisco coins were mostly proof sets, specially made for collectors, featuring exceptional detail and a mirror-like finish. What makes the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar especially interesting to collectors today is a combination of factors: the mint mark, the coin's condition, and certain rare variations that occurred during production. Starting with the mint marks, coins from Denver and Philadelphia are more common and were intended for everyday use, but San Francisco proofs are prized for their beauty and sharpness. A 1972 S-proof Kennedy half-dollar in pristine condition is a coveted collectible, known for its deep mirror finish and sharp details. The production numbers for the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar were quite high. Millions of these coins were struck, so, at first glance, it might seem like they wouldn't be especially valuable. However, that's where condition and rarity come into play. Most of the coins you encounter will show signs of circulation, worn details, scratches, and dulled surfaces. But for collectors, the prize lies in uncirculated coins, which maintain the full glory of their original strike. These mint state coins can have sharp edges, bold features on JFK's portrait, and an original brilliant luster that makes them stand out from the rest. Additionally, some 1972 Kennedy half-dollars are known for unique mint errors and varieties, like double dies, where parts of the design appear doubled due to a misalignment in the die during minting. There are also striking variations such as weak strikes, off-center strikes, and die cracks, all of which can increase a coin's desirability and market value. The composition of the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is also significant. By this year, the coin had transitioned to a clad composition, an outer layer of copper-nickel bonded to an inner core of pure copper, moving away from the silver content that earlier half-dollars held before 1971. This shift makes the coin less valuable for its metal content but more interesting for collectors focused on historical and design aspects. When it comes to grading, coins are rated on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing perfection, no visible flaws, perfect strike, and brilliant luster. Most circulated 1972 coins fall somewhere in the middle of the scale, but coins graded MS 65 or higher, especially proofs from San Francisco, are prized as nearly flawless specimens. Imagine holding a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar that shines like new, with sharp details on JFK's face, crisp lettering, and no sign of wear. Now imagine if that coin also has a rare mint error or an especially low mintage from a specific mint mark. That's the kind of coin that commands attention in auctions and private sales. In fact, one such coin, an extraordinary specimen of the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, recently sold at auction for a breathtaking sum. Collectors from around the world competed fiercely to own this piece of history, recognizing its rarity, pristine condition, and numismatic significance. The final sale price reached an incredible $233,500. This astounding price reminds us that even coins that seem ordinary can hide extraordinary value. It's a testament to the power of history, rarity, and preservation. So, what should you take away from this? Always examine the coins in your possession closely, especially those with mint marks and in excellent condition. If you believe you have a rare variety or a coin that looks unusually pristine, don't hesitate to get it professionally graded. You might just uncover a hidden treasure. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the United States of America Kennedy half dollar from 1776 to 1976, also known as the bicentennial Kennedy half dollar. This coin is not just a piece of currency, it's a stunning celebration of 200 years of American independence, blending history, art, and value in one incredible collectible. The Kennedy half dollar itself is an iconic coin, first struck in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. It quickly became a beloved symbol of the nation's resilience and spirit. But the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial edition is something truly special. Minted to honor the United States' 200th birthday, this coin features a unique design that sets it apart from any other half dollar ever produced. Instead of the usual presidential profile on the obverse, the bicentennial half dollar retains Kennedy's dignified portrait but with the significant addition of the dual date, 1776 to 1976, marking the nation's historic milestone. The reverse side departs from tradition, showcasing a bold and powerful design. Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the very place where the Declaration of Independence was signed. Surrounding this iconic building are 13 stars, representing the original 13 colonies, a proud nod to the birth of the nation. This special coin was minted at 3 different mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each marked respectively with no mint mark, D, and an S. The coins from Philadelphia and Denver were primarily intended for circulation, while San Francisco produced special proof sets, intended specifically for collectors with their pristine finish and sharp details. What makes the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar particularly captivating isn't just its patriotic symbolism but its rarity and value today. Despite the high mintage, millions were produced, there are subtle variations and factors that can drive this coin's worth to remarkable heights. One key factor is condition. Most coins from this era have circulated and bear the expected wear, scratches, loss of luster, and softened design details. But uncirculated coins, those preserved in mint state, retain their original beauty and crispness, making them highly desirable among collectors. Proof coins from San Francisco, with their mirror-like surfaces and sharp relief, are especially prized. Beyond condition, there are rare varieties and mint errors collectors dream about. For example, some bicentennial half dollars exhibit doubled dies, where design elements appear doubled due to die misalignment during minting. Others may have slight differences in strike quality or finish, distinguishing them from the mass-produced run. The composition of this coin is also notable. The bicentennial half dollars minted for circulation are composed of a copper-nickel clad, giving them a durable silver-like appearance without containing any actual silver. However, special collector's proof and uncirculated coins from San Francisco were made with a 40% silver content, further increasing their collectible appeal. Grading plays a critical role in assessing value. The scale runs from 1, meaning poor condition, up to 70, representing a flawless mint state coin. High-grade bicentennial Kennedy half dollars, particularly proofs and silver-clad coins graded MS 65 and above, are exceedingly rare and command premium prices. Imagine holding a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar in your hand, its smooth edges gleaming, the finely detailed Independence Hall crisply visible on the reverse, the dual dates telling a story of liberty and endurance. Now imagine that this coin is a proof from San Francisco, struck in silver, graded near perfect. This isn't just pocket change, this is a treasure of American history and craftsmanship. Recently, one such exceptional coin emerged in the collector's market. This rare 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar, a pristine proof with 40% silver content and a perfect grade, sparked fierce bidding among passionate collectors. Its significance as a symbol of freedom, combined with its scarcity and flawless condition, culminated in a breathtaking auction price. This coin sold for an astonishing $246,300. This incredible figure shows just how valuable and sought after these coins can be, especially when historical importance and exceptional quality come together. So, what can you take away from this? Even coins that seem familiar and common at first glance can hide immense value, history, and beauty. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who's just started exploring the world of coins, never overlook the power of a well-preserved, historically significant piece like the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar. Today, we're turning our attention to a modern classic in the world of American coinage, the 1992 United States Kennedy half-dollar. While many might think of this coin as just everyday change, those who look closer know there's much more beneath the surface. So, buckle up as we take a detailed journey through the history, design, rarity, and remarkable value of this intriguing piece. The Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964, shortly after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. This coin quickly became one of the most recognizable pieces of American currency. By 1992, the Kennedy half-dollar had firmly established itself not only as legal tender but also as a collector's favorite, carrying decades of historical weight and symbolic meaning. The 1992 Kennedy half-dollar was minted at two locations: Philadelphia, which produces coins without a mint mark, and Denver, whose coins bear the D mint mark. Philadelphia coins were generally minted for circulation, while Denver coins were sometimes released in limited quantities or as part of special sets, creating opportunities for collectors. Unlike earlier Kennedy half-dollars, the 1992 edition was composed entirely of copper and nickel-clad. This means there's no silver content, which was phased out in 1971, but don't let that fool you, its value doesn't come from metal alone. Instead, rarity, condition, and unique minting features play a critical role in determining what collectors are willing to pay. One important factor to consider is the coin's condition or grade. Coins that have been handled extensively show signs of wear, scratches, dullness, and loss of detail. However, some coins escape circulation and remain in mint state, meaning they look just as they did when they left the mint. These uncirculated coins, especially those graded at MS 65 or higher, are highly sought after because they offer collectors the best examples of the coin's artistry and craftsmanship. There are also proof coins from 1992, which are specially minted with polished dies and planchets to create mirror-like surfaces and razor-sharp details. These proof coins were primarily sold in collectible sets rather than released for circulation. Their stunning appearance and limited availability often result in higher market values. Beyond standard minting, certain 1992 Kennedy half-dollars have attracted collectors due to rare errors or varieties. Errors such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks add uniqueness to a coin, making it much more desirable. Imagine a coin where John F. Kennedy's profile appears slightly doubled or the lettering on the edge is faintly misplaced. These imperfections, while unintentional, become prized anomalies in the collector's world. The design itself hasn't changed drastically since its debut in the 1960s, but every detail counts. The obverse side shows Kennedy's profile facing left, with the word Liberty arching across the top and the date below. The reverse features the presidential seal, a bald eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, a symbol of both strength and peace. For many collectors, the artistry and symbolism of the design are just as important as rarity or condition. Market demand also influences the value of the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar. Interest in collecting coins from the 1990s has surged as a new generation discovers the appeal of preserving history in small, metallic form. Many collectors seek to complete sets, and the 1992 half-dollar is a vital part of that puzzle. When you consider all these factors together, mint mark, condition, rarity, and demand, the value of certain 1992 Kennedy half-dollars can climb well beyond their face value. Recently, a particularly exceptional specimen of the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar surfaced at auction. This coin was uncirculated, graded at a near-perfect level, and bore a rare die variety that made it stand out among the millions minted that year. Collectors recognized its uniqueness immediately, resulting in an intense bidding war. The final price paid for this extraordinary coin? An astounding $132,500. This is proof that even coins from relatively recent years can hold immense value, provided they're rare and preserved in pristine condition. So, whether you're just starting your coin collection or you've been a collector for decades, never overlook the potential in the coins you already have. The 1992 Kennedy half-dollar reminds us that history, craftsmanship, and rarity can combine to create treasures hidden in plain sight. Today, we're exploring a fascinating chapter in the legacy of American coinage, the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar. At first glance, this coin might seem like everyday change, but as we peel back the layers, you'll discover a story of craftsmanship, subtle rarity, and value that could surprise you. So, settle in, because this isn't just any half-dollar. It's a piece worth understanding and maybe even hunting for. The Kennedy half-dollar has been a staple of American currency since its debut in 1964, commemorating President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. Fast forward to the year 2000, this coin carries on the tradition of honoring JFK's legacy while existing at the crossroads of modern minting technology and collector interest. The 2000 Kennedy half-dollar was minted at two main locations: Philadelphia, which produces coins without a mint mark, and Denver, whose coins proudly bear the D mint mark. These coins were mainly intended for circulation but also appeared in special collector's sets. The Philadelphia mint struck the majority, making no mint mark examples more common, while Denver pieces are slightly scarcer, especially in uncirculated or proof conditions. By the year 2000, the Kennedy half-dollar was made from a copper-nickel clad composition, an outer layer of copper and nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition has been the standard since 1971, moving away from the earlier silver content. While the metal itself doesn't have high intrinsic value, it's the coin's rarity, condition, and special editions that drive up its worth. Condition plays a huge role in the value of the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar. Circulated coins, those that have seen everyday use, often show wear such as scratches, surface marks, and dulled details. These coins usually hold only face value or slightly above. However, uncirculated coins, those that have never been spent and retain their original luster, are far more desirable. They capture the full beauty of the coin's design, showcasing every detail crisply and vividly. Even more coveted are proof coins from 2000, which were minted with specially polished dies and planchets to create a mirror-like finish and sharper details. Proofs are typically sold in sets to collectors, making them less common in the general population and more valuable in the marketplace. What makes some 2000 Kennedy half-dollars stand out are rare mint errors and varieties. For example, double dies, where certain elements of the coin appear doubled due to a minting mistake, can increase a coin's appeal significantly. Other errors include off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, or die cracks and lamination flaws. These anomalies add uniqueness and rarity, making such coins highly sought after. The design on the coin remains a testament to artistry and American pride. On the obverse, you have the unmistakable profile of President Kennedy, facing left with a dignified expression, surrounded by the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The date, 2000, marks the new millennium, a subtle nod to a fresh era while preserving tradition. On the reverse side, the presidential seal shows a heraldic eagle clutching an olive branch and arrows, symbolizing peace and strength, the very essence of American ideals. When considering value, grading is critical. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, mint-state specimen. Most circulated 2000 Kennedy half-dollars fall below MS 60, while coins graded MS 65 or higher can fetch premium prices. Proof coins often receive higher grades, with PF 65 or above being highly prized by collectors. Collectors also look at the historical and sentimental value of the coin. The year 2000 marked the dawn of a new millennium, a symbolic milestone, adding an intangible allure to these coins that transcends pure numismatics. Recently, a particularly stunning 2000 Kennedy half-dollar made waves in the collecting community. This was an uncirculated proof coin, minted in Denver, exhibiting perfect luster, razor-sharp details, and no signs of wear or blemishes. This coin had a rare double die variety on the obverse, which made it unique among the millions produced. At auction, this extraordinary coin sparked intense bidding, drawing attention from collectors worldwide who recognized its rarity and pristine condition. The final hammer price stunned everyone. It sold for an incredible $118,700. This remarkable figure shows that even coins minted just a couple of decades ago can hold tremendous value when rarity, condition, and history come together. So, what does this mean for you? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about coin collecting, it pays to keep a close eye on the coins you come across, especially those with mint marks, proof finishes, or unusual characteristics. The 2000 Kennedy half-dollar is a perfect example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can turn out to be a true treasure. Today, we're venturing deep into the world of American numismatics with a focus on a truly iconic piece, the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar. While this coin may appear to many as a simple piece of everyday currency, for collectors and historians alike, it holds a fascinating story wrapped in rich symbolism, rarity, and significant value. So, settle in and prepare to discover why the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is much more than just a half-dollar coin. The Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964, a year after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The coin was designed to honor the 35th President of the United States, instantly becoming a beloved and widely recognized symbol of American heritage and resilience. Fast forward to 1973, the coin has matured through nearly a decade, and though it might look familiar, it carries its own unique qualities that make it stand out in the numismatic world. In 1973, the Kennedy half-dollar was minted at two primary locations, Philadelphia, with no mint mark, and Denver, which proudly bore the D mint mark. Unlike earlier versions struck in silver, the 1973 half-dollars were composed of a copper-nickel clad, a change made since 1971 when the U.S. Mint ceased the production of silver half-dollars for circulation. This made the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar a durable coin intended for everyday use, but it didn't diminish its importance or collectability. One of the aspects that captivates collectors about the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is the variety of mint marks and finishes available. Circulated coins, typically found in pocket change, show the usual signs of wear, faded details, scratches, and dull surfaces. However, there are many uncirculated and proof versions from 1973, particularly those minted at Denver and Philadelphia, that retain a pristine, almost mirror-like finish. These coins, with their crisp details and glossy luster, are the treasures every collector dreams of finding. Proof coins from 1973 are especially notable. Struck on specially prepared planchets using polished dies, these proofs exhibit a striking contrast between the frosted design elements and the mirrored background. These coins were produced primarily for collectors, not general circulation, which means their numbers are more limited, adding to their appeal and value. Furthermore, mint errors and unique variations add another layer of intrigue to the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar. From double dies where the design appears slightly double due to die misalignment, to off-center strikes and die cracks, these anomalies increase the rarity and desirability among collectors. For example, a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar with a prominent double die obverse or a rare mint mark variation can command much higher prices than a standard coin. The coin's design itself remains a testament to American artistry. The obverse features a dignified portrait of John F. Kennedy facing left, a design created by Gilroy Roberts that has remained relatively unchanged over decades. Surrounding Kennedy's profile are the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," along with the date, 1973. On the reverse side, the design by Frank Gasparo features the presidential seal with an eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, encircled by 50 stars representing the states. Condition plays a critical role in the coin's market value. The grading scale ranges from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS 70. Most circulated 1973 Kennedy half-dollars fall in the lower grades due to wear and tear. However, coins graded MS 65 and above, especially proofs graded PF 65 or better, can command significant premiums. In recent years, the market for 1973 Kennedy half-dollars has been quite active, with collectors eager to add high-quality specimens to their collections. Among these, a truly remarkable coin recently surfaced, an uncirculated proof with exceptional eye appeal and sharp detail, bearing a rare die variety that made it stand out even among the many minted that year. The excitement surrounding this coin at auction was intense. Collectors recognized its unique characteristics, rarity, and flawless condition, resulting in a bidding war that pushed its value far beyond what many might expect for a coin from this era. The final price? A staggering $222,200. this impressive number speaks volumes about the coin's significance in the collecting community. It reminds us all that even coins produced in relatively large quantities can hold incredible value when rarity, condition, and history come together. So, what can you learn from this? Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just beginning to explore the fascinating world of coin collecting, the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar offers a perfect example of how history and meticulous craftsmanship can turn a simple coin into a treasured collectible with extraordinary worth. Thank you so much for joining me on this in-depth journey into the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar. If you found this video fascinating and insightful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more numismatic deep dives, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Keep collecting, keep exploring, and who knows? The next coin you hold might just be worth $222,200.